African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing on the progress of the special military operation as of April 2, 2026. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. The North Group of Forces improved the situation along the front line. They inflicted losses on the manpower and hardware of one mechanized brigade, one airmobile brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and one territorial defense brigade close to Miranovka, Novaya Sech, and Miropolskoye in the Sumy region. In the Kharkov region, units of 3 mechanized brigades, one motorized infantry brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, one territorial defense brigade, one National Guard brigade, and 2 border detachments of the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine were hit near Proletarskoye, Izbitskoye, Pokalyanoye, Veseloye, and Zemlyanka in the Kharkov region. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 170 troops, 8 motor vehicles, and 3 field artillery guns. 1 electronic warfare station and 13 ammunition and materiel depots were neutralized. The West Group of Forces improved the tactical situation. Russian troops inflicted fire damage on manpower and hardware of 5 mechanized brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and 1 territorial defense brigade near Chervony Oskol, Monakanovka, Palomarevka, Nechvolodovka in the Kharkov region, Adamovka, and Krasny Liman in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost more than 190 troops, 1 tank, 2 U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carriers, 27 motor vehicles, 2 field artillery guns, and 1 ammunition depot. The South Group of Forces took more advantageous lines and positions. 3 mechanized brigades, 1 mountain assault brigade, and 1 assault brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine have been hit near Slavyansk, Kramatorsk, Reznikovka, and Konstantinovka. Up to 185 troops, 4 armored fighting vehicles, including 2 M113 armored personnel carriers and 1 HMMWV armored vehicle manufactured in the USA, 10 motor vehicles, and 6 field artillery guns, including 1 155mm Paladin self-propelled artillery system, 1 electronic warfare station, and 9 ammunition and materiel depots were neutralized. The Center Group of Forces improved the situation along the front line. The group's units inflicted damage on the manpower and hardware of 3 mechanized brigades, 1 air assault brigade, 1 assault brigade, 2 assault regiments of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 1 Marine brigade, and 4 National Guard brigades near Petrovka, Staroraiskoye, Varvarovka, Marievka in the Donetsk People's Republic, Novopodgorodnoye, and Rapol in the Dnipropetrovsk region. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to more than 375 troops, 1 tank, 10 armored fighting vehicles, and 15 motor vehicles. The East Group of Forces continued advancing to the depth of the enemy's defenses. Russian elements inflicted fire damage on formations of 2 mechanized brigades, 2 air assault brigades, 2 assault brigades, and 3 assault regiments of the Armed Forces of Ukraine near Velikomikhailovka, Kolomytsi in the Dnipropetrovsk region, Verkhnaya Tersa, Vozdvizhevka, and Komsomolskoye in the Zaporozhye region. The enemy lost up to 335 troops, 1 armored fighting vehicle, 12 motor vehicles, 1 artillery gun, and 1 electronic warfare station. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on the manpower and hardware of 2 mechanized brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and 1 Marine brigade close to Orakov, Kirovo, and Preobrazhenka in the Zaporozhye region. More than 50 troops, 1 armored fighting vehicle, 11 motor vehicles, 1 electronic warfare station, and 1 materiel depot of the Armed Forces of Ukraine have been neutralized. Operational tactical aviation, attack drones, missile troops, and artillery of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation have inflicted damage on an Ukrainian defense industry enterprise, energy infrastructure facilities used in the interests of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, drone manufacturing shop, storage facilities of long-range unmanned aerial vehicles, as well as temporary deployment areas of Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries in 144 areas. Air defense systems shot down 5 guided aerial bombs and 291 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles.
In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the enemy has lost 671 aircraft, 284 helicopters, 130,212 unmanned aerial vehicles, 652 anti-aircraft missile systems, 28,650 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,694 MLRS combat vehicles, 34,245 field artillery guns and mortars, 58,420 units of support military vehicles.
Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.